Hello Wishes, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to finally show you all how to make a website or art portfolio, especially for those of you who are interested in eventually getting recruited onto a project, or if you have customers that you want to sell your art to. So today I would like to thank Wix for sponsoring today's video. I feel like it's really a full circle because Wix was actually the site where I created my first website that got me hired at my first animation job. So let's just dive in today's video and just make an awesome website that will get you that job or get you that paycheck or get you that whatever it is you want in life. Sorry for the banging in the background. You can use the link in the description box below to start building your website. Okay, so today I'm going to show you all how to make a general art portfolio website, and I feel like this might be more beneficial since not everyone who follows me exactly wants to be a storyboard artist, and I've also been meaning to make a general portfolio slash website of my social media related stuff for a while. So one of the first things you need to do after you create a Wix account is choosing a template. This is a part where I feel like some artists sometimes get carried away choosing some over-the-top template, but that's not always necessary. Like, yes, I can see how some industries will care about how you showcase your portfolio and work online, but in a scenario where you don't know where to begin, just make sure that your work is clear, because no one is really going to want to sit through a website that is difficult to navigate no matter how pretty or cool it is. So this template, the artist template, is actually pretty cute and it's simple but also charming. For a general artist portfolio, I feel like this template is a good mix of that straightforwardness with a pinch of cuteness. Okay, so after you choose your template, you're going to be brought over to this website editor page where you can actually customize your site however much you want to your liking, which is one of the great things that I feel is nice about Wix. Is it's literally kind of like Photoshop for website creation, so it's kind of like a little artist's haven because you can really customize things to anything that you want, like from the font to the background to just little nuances about the pages. I feel like Wix is really good with keeping in mind. So one of the first things I'm going to update is my banner, because recently I actually just updated my banner for all of my platforms, and Wix is going to be another one of them that's going to be including it. So on the left side there's going to be all of these bars, and this plus button over here is where we can actually import our images that we want to use on this site. So that's where I'm going to select my banner from, and we can crop it and just resize it to our liking. So after you create your banner, one of the next parts is going to be creating the menu bar, which is always going to be pre-existing in the templates that you choose, but you can really customize it to your preference. However, I really just like how simple this menu bar is. So in a way, I'm going to kind of preserve its design for now until I come across something else like a new font. For now, we're just going to rearrange the menu bar pages to things that I can see myself placing on my website. Oh my god, I just drooled. So afterwards, we're going to actually start going into each page and, putting some stuff in there. So one of the first things I guess I'll work on is my Etsy shop, because I feel like one of the great things about Wix is you can just include apps on your website. You can literally just connect Etsy's shop app to Wix. So that's what I did. You can also go on the top right search bar and just write in things that you're looking for, like your Etsy shop or something. And all you have to do is just go in and do the customization to the buttons, the colors, or how you want some of the stuff rearranged, which honestly is an artist's haven because all I have to do is just think about colors and design and we're good. And another one that you can do with connecting apps to your Wix site is your Instagram, which is another great thing because I don't have to go back in and add in all of my comics one by one. I can just literally connect Instagram to my Wix site. So you can do the same thing where you just search in the search bar Instagram and then choose it and add it to your site. And all you have to do is click on the settings and just rearrange it however you want, and it will just showcase your Instagram feed just like how it shows it on your actual Instagram page. This would be really helpful as an artist, especially if you want to showcase your social media site without having to be like redirecting people, click on this button below to see my Instagram. Whereas here you can just literally have your Instagram as another one of your pages. So after connecting my Etsy shop and my Instagram, another one that I want to include is my YouTube channel, because I really feel like my Draw With Me's would really have a nice place on this site. So just like the Etsy shop and your Instagram, you can also have another app that will help add in your YouTube playlists or channels. And I don't think that YouTube really has an app on this, but there is a Wix video app that you can look up, and then there you can go add it to your site. And again, you can manage and rearrange the videos by just literally copying and pasting a playlist. So I had to create a playlist of all of my Draw With Me's, and then after I created that playlist, I copy and pasted the link from YouTube onto the Wix video app. And then from then on, you can just, again, rearrange how you want to order these videos. One thing that I honestly feel with videos is you just need to do it a straight down, give every video its time to shine, because one thing about videos just all grouped up on one page is I feel like it can get really chaotic, especially if you start playing one of them and you just have all of these other blobs of thumbnails surrounding it. So I just prefer, honestly, having a very straightforward line of videos so that we're not clustered with the other thumbnails around it. And I would suggest this too for anyone who has an animation reel or wants to post videos of their animations. So seeing that my sketchbook is going to be the first page of this website, I'm going to finally go back to it after I got a sense of how I liked rearranging the other pages, because it's kind of like you want to make the first page that someone sees appealing, but you also want to make sure that it's not overly overwhelming to the point that they don't want to sit on your website anymore because there's just too many options. So I scanned in all of my sketchbook pages, and I'm going to rearrange them in a way that I feel like is straightforward, but still can afford some room to hide the ones that I don't feel like I love as much. So there's an option on Wix where you can arrange your gallery in a way where you can have them as different types of collages, and I personally like the one where you can have a large image and then groups of just smaller images, but it's not so small to the point where you can't see it. It kind of reminds me of Tumblr in a way, so I pretty much organized my sketchbook pages in a way where my favorite ones will be the largest ones, and then the ones that I don't feel as strongly about, I will put them in a smaller thumbnail form, because it's not that I don't love them, it's just I feel like there's nothing about it that would require it to be as large as the other featured sketchbook pages. So after I set that up, I'm gonna go set up my resume, and honestly, setting up your resume, you can import your own resume if you want to, but I personally just want to make this resume kind of match the overall theme of this website. So I really like how this resume is already set up, so I'm honestly just gonna copy and paste my own information and replace it. So again, sorry to this previous artist, but I'm gonna have to erase all of your history. So another thing that I really like that you can add on your Wix site is your social media bubbles. So you can choose the icons that resemble the types of platforms that you actually have and include it along with your either about section or your resume section. And for this one, I'll include it on my resume. So you can choose the different types of icons that really suit your style and include it. And after that, I'm going to just really copy and paste my professional information that honestly is just from LinkedIn. For me personally, I don't really feel like we need to overly specify every step of what we've worked on every project. I know on a standard typical resume, they would say, put 3 bullet points of your experience at this job. But honestly, for my industry, or if you're working in some art field, you don't really need to go over the top with describing every single thing you've ever worked on in this project. You can just be very vague, especially for me. I have a lot of NDA projects that are still not really released, so I can't really talk about it much. I can really just talk about it within one sentence and give a very vague overview of what it is. But what's important for my employers to know, at least, is that I was storyboarding at a studio. And then at the end, you can include your education if you want to. Sorry, this is not a resume building portfolio, but maybe I can do another one next time. But for now, we're just going to keep it simple and whatever is necessary for really completing this website. Okay, so finally, the About page. Honestly, I hate doing the About page because it's just like, ugh, why do I have to talk about myself when I'm already showing you all of my inner thoughts and feelings through my artwork? But whatever, I feel like it's nice to just know who the artist is behind the work sometimes. So I like to keep mine brief and casual. I like to just say, hi, my name is Michelle, this is what I do, and here's what I do for fun. So honestly, your About page can also be very simple. Some people like to merge their About pages with their resumes. You can briefly add in ways for people to contact you, like your email. I'm not going to include my address or phone number on this site because people are watching me create it right now. So yeah, I will again include my social media buttons because if people did not catch it on the resume section, they can catch it on the About page and they can follow me there. So lastly, I'm just going to go back and pretty much do a lot of refining to every page, where I'm just going to add a little headline on each of it and be like my comics, my videos, my shop, blah blah blah, and just add in the social media icon again so that they can catch me there, because I feel like it is really essential for people to just be aware that I have places beyond this website that I post my stuff on. And this is kind of just like, more like the headquarters for, you know, here's my main site, but I'm going to redirect you to all the other places that I create stuff on. And lastly, this is the most important part because I feel like a lot of people will forget about it, but remember that you should always edit your site on a mobile version as well, and Wix has that readily available for you up there on the top left section in this little small mobile app icon. So the reason why this is important is because we live in a day and age where everyone is on their phones or tablets and no one really sits on a desktop computer as much as they used to. So if an employer or someone is looking at your site, but they're just casually looking at it during their lunch break, which, you know, sometimes is actually the case, they're probably just going to scroll through your website on their phone. And if they see that it's a hot mess, no one is going to want to sit through it. So remember to make sure to make your mobile app as appealing as your desktop. And I know that mobile versions can be a little bit more limiting than your actual website, but just make sure that it's clear as day if you can't make it look nice. Like this video section is kind of really struggling to fit into this little white box inside, but even though I can't really resize it, at least I can just keep it straightforward and just keep it with the scrolling down option instead of having it as a conglomerate of thumbnails. There's also a cuter menu bar that you can add on the top left. They just have that mobile version of the menu bar, and you can again customize it to your liking. When you are done with your website, you can finally click publish on the top right, because that's the button that's really going to release your website to the world. So yeah, this was actually really fun to create. This is my sketchbook page, and then on the comics page, I pretty much just hooked up my Instagram and it was very easy to do. And then I have my videos page for any of you who might have demo reels or animation reels or just places to showcase your animated or video work. And then I hooked up my Etsy shop as well. Resumes are also important because people want to know where you have previously worked. So I think that is good to include. And if you want to include your social media bubbles, again, I think that's great for if you want to show people wherever else you are online. And then lastly, my About page, just very simple, just introducing myself. And then of course, there's going to be the mobile version. So make sure again that you do a version on the mobile editing. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Anyway, I hope this video helped some of you all with whatever it is that you are trying to achieve with building a website for either finding a job or trying to get customers to your website. So yeah, again, remember to just keep things simple. You don't need to make things overly complicated. The key is to always just be clear so that people just understand what it is they're looking at. Remember to check out the links below if you're interested in building a Wix website yourself, and I will see you all in the next one. So thank you again to Wix for sponsoring this video, and thank you all. So thanks again for watching this video, and stay wholesome, bitches.